Okay, so I'm recording. Hi. Okay, so this is the first of the series that we're going to do where I, back home in New Zealand, talk to you every day while you're over in the States, helping to sell Weirdly. So you're kind of on the big adventure pushing us overseas. I'm going to ask you the same 4 questions every day, and we just want to hear about how the journey's going, because it's going to be, some days are going to be really shitty and some days are going to be really cool and you'll feel really energized, and we just kind of want to feel what it's like, because it's hard for you over there by yourself and it's hard for us back here alone to understand how it's going. And then also it's cool for other startups who want to kind of launch overseas to know what it's like. So first question, I want to know, who did you meet today?
Today I've met with Salesforce.
Yep.
And Asana and a company called Bloom That. And I've also spent some time at WeWork, which is a co-working space.
Oh yeah, cool.
So that's quite a lot. So that started at 9 o'clock and now it's 4:30. And I haven't stopped for a moment since that started. So I met at WeWork at 9 o'clock and I had a quick powwow with John from NZTU, who have been awesome. And then I had to walk around the corner to one of Salesforce's buildings. Salesforce have tons of buildings, they're huge. And got a tour of 3 or 4 different floors. And I got to meet with someone who I used to work with, who was a global recruitment manager, who had lots of insights, industry, how they do recruitment, etc. So really valuable. We're quite corporate offices with a Hawaiian theme, funnily enough. That's what Salesforce does.
So weird.
Yeah. Well, it's to do with the founder he used to live there, but he's pretty staunch about it, so much so that one of the buildings was fitted out without enough of a Hawaiian theme, so now he's requested the entire building be refitted. And then to Asana, which has Salesforce, 23,000 employees around the world, and started in 98. And then Asana, which is a product or project management software, 170 people, 6 years old, well-funded, and the coolest offices I've ever seen. They have, for 170 people, they have a team of 12 in their culinary team. And so breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and morning tea and afternoon tea. And based on the time of day, it will determine how many starches or proteins or vegetables or carbs that they have.
Wow.
So not starch or heavy stuff in the middle of the day so you don't get sleepy in the afternoon. They've got a neon piano. They've got a hut that they take to Burning Man every year. Big on culture, big on team. All of their meeting rooms are named by activities that can only be done with teams. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Sorry?
That's pretty awesome. Kind of walking the talk.
Oh, very much so. They hear about it. Really interesting observation for me is the difference between a company that thinks of itself as still a startup, but feels very corporate, and then a company that's really new with only 170 people, and the feel of the environments is really different. And then to a little startup florist called Bloom That with 40 people in the distribution area. Felt really gritty, diverse, really down to earth. They love the colour orange. Everyone's super helpful. Everyone likes to give you lots of feedback. They like to be able to give their opinion.
Yeah, I found that when I was over there too. If you ask people for advice, you can always get a meeting.
Yeah,
because they like chatting to you about stuff.
Yeah, they do. Some are tight on time, and you really feel that, and some want to give you as much time as you'll take. But I've been really lucky today. Really lucky. It's been a good day. Super Bowl city though. Super Bowl everywhere. Streets being cut off. Ubers can't get to buildings. I'm using Uber like 20 times a day to get everywhere. And they're really super friendly as well. They want to talk. They want to engage with you. In New Zealand, I don't tend to do that quite so much.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool. So what do you reckon, of all those things, it sounds like there's heaps, what was the most kind of exciting thing? What are you feeling kind of the most positive about as far as Weirdly's expansion in the world goes?
I think feels like our market that we determined, well, our sort of market segment that we thought we were going to be most successful in is the right one, which is the smaller businesses. So looking at the 3 that I saw today, from 23,000 to 170 to 40, the startup that was size of 40 really gets it, can see how to apply it immediately, wants to trial it straight away, just wants to jump in and do it. Asana, quite interested, but there's still a process and they want us to talk a bit more with them around how it could work. And they were looking for reasons why not, but then almost trying to change the product. And Salesforce, it just took a lot of questioning to find out where it would sit. So I feel like where we've been focusing is right, and the smaller businesses are still the right ones for us. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Right. On day 1, after 3 visits.
Cool. What was the hardest thing about today? So far, you're only halfway through the day, but you know.
Well, no, I'm nearly at the end, really. It's, it's nearly 5 o'clock. I think that the moments when I haven't had someone to talk to after a meeting, because I'm a big old extrovert, God, total opposite. Extrovert, I just need to be able to download and get someone else's observation from the meeting. One of the meetings I had today with Asana, I had someone with me, 2 of them I didn't, and it really feels like I've got to make sure I write notes after everything so that I've got someone to talk to about it after so we can really use the feedback. So the hardest thing for me is that coming out of a meeting and being alone, and not being able to go, what do you reckon happened with that today?
Yeah. It's been really good for us, you just brain dumping in our Slack channel. That's been great because we want to know, you know, and when it's fresh in your mind, that's cool to hear. And what's my last question? What did you learn about launching a startup in the States, taking a startup to the world today?
It's that it's totally possible and that people almost expect it.
Yeah.
I've really been surprised at San Francisco, so using this, it's the only city I've been to. I feel like I could be in Auckland, or I could be in Sydney, or I could be in any sort of metropolis type city. It's a very diverse environment. Everyone's super casual, and it feels like it's a totally possible thing to be able to come over here and do it. And when everyone has been telling us all along, just get over there, on day 1, I understand exactly what they mean.
Yeah.
Yeah, and networking and hustle.
Yeah.
I know you want 3 things, but it's been... I've just asked for things which I didn't expect, and I've reached out to people that I didn't think would ever speak back to me, and they all have.
Yeah.
So you've just got to put yourself out there. Jump out. Jump in.
Maybe it's time to give Richard Branson a call.
Well, I'm just going to go meet him on Necker Island.
Yeah.
And I'll say, hey, with my hat on. I'm going to go, hey, man. Have you heard of Weirdly?
Let's go kite surfing. I'll tell you about it.
Right now, but I can't take my hat off. I love the hat. Everyone loves the hat.
Yeah.
Everyone wants one. Yeah.
Good swag, eh? Good swag works.
Oh yeah. Everyone wants one of these. Yeah.
Nice.
So we better get some, but only give them to very special people.
Yeah. Sign up, and you get a hat.
Or super freaky weird people.
Yeah,
and
true.
Everyone's loving the name.
Yeah, good. Okay, well that's all. I'll talk to you tomorrow and we'll see how it goes then.
I can't wait, Kieran.
Okay, see ya.